Over 9,000 light-dank years ago, the planet Privilopia, headquarters of the Interplanetary Galactic Trading Corporation Limited Trademark Verified, sent its greatest minds on a cultural reconnaissance mission to curate any and all signs of intelligent life in the galaxy. However, when only 3 of the 420 crew emerged from cryo-stasis, 33 years too late, it was at that point they knew they'd fucked up. With their shipmates missing, and FAWK, the ship's artificial intelligence system, over-encumbered with media from an idiocracy-class planet known as Earth. The remaining crew of Captain Hugh Mungous Privilege, psychosurgeon Dr. Darkside, and cyber-junkie technophile Grandmaster Tech continue their doomed mission, hailing on all frequencies, downscaled to primitive resolutions, and narrowcasting to you from the Starship Entitlement. These are the FAWK Chronicles.
Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, intersectional and intersexual variations of the species known as Homo sapiens sapien. Welcome to the FAWK Chronicles. I am Captain Privilege, and with me through no choice of their own are Dr. Darkside.
Yep.
Say that again, Dr. Darkside.
Yeah.
And Grandmaster Tech.
I'm getting better. Leave me alone.
A little more smoother this week. A little more smoother this week. How we doing, gentlemen?
Yeah, doing good.
A little distracted.
Just a
Are
bit.
we? Better things to be doing, have we? Than the dumbest search for intelligence.
We've been doing this dumbest search for intelligence for the past 40 years. I'm surprised we haven't, calculated the risk assessment for this planet already.
Okay, well, once Darkside
That was a killer.
once Darkside starts fanning about with his human interface device.
Yeah, I know. I wish we hadn't got him that now.
Tweet us out so
Trying to
people
tweet
can
us out.
find us.
I managed to tweet just as we went live. Okay? That's called efficiency. Captain's prerogative and shit. We could have had it other ways. There could have been other people who were me. But, I was privileged enough to be born me. What would it be like if Darkside was captain? I'm just asking him as many questions as I can while he's furiously trying to tweet right now. He didn't even have the headphones on or anything. Anyway, what we do here, folks, is we use the onboard artificial intelligence system FAWK XJ5000 to scan your primitive planet for any signs of curatable culture. And this week, we've found some alternate realities in which things could have been a lot different. People couldn't have been who they were, and the archetypes known as superheroes may have been someone else.
That's all I'm saying right now is Just carry on, you're doing well. Go for it.
If Darkside would care to execute Order 89, we can get rolling with this oh-so smooth episode of the FAWK Chronicles.
Maybe.
And if you're joining us on Periscope, Perinoscopes, smash that heart button. Let us know your hearts are still pumping.
On screen.
Give us in a kind of chat. And so, basically, this is from a guy known as Mr. Sunday Movies. You can cut
the
this
new
in
Han
there.
Solo has been cast in preparation
And,
for that young Han Solo movie. The people
cut the
are like,
volume there now.
yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I
Basically, that's the guy for Mr. Sunday Movies, the Weekly Planet's his podcast, and the Weekly Planet Network is now his podcast network, a bunch of Australian podcasters. But what he's done is a few videos where he'd done a collage of actors who nearly played certain characters, and some of these are fucking stunning, by the way. He's done a real good job of this stuff, so you've got to check him out on Mr. Sunday Movies and what they've been doing with the Comic Book Movie Podcast. You know, total nerd off, but it's hella interesting. So yeah, you could probably turn it up a bit now.
Okay, no, let's go for it.
Including Billy D. Williams, who went on to play Lando, and Glenn Turman, who George Lucas was very keen on. When Turman was asked recently what happened, he said they ended up steering away from him because of the potential controversy of a black Han Solo and a white princess.
Really?
So they didn't cross that Star Trek boundary.
Al Pacino, who said the role was his for the taking, but he didn't understand the script. Jack Nicholson, Chevy Chase,
Jack Nicholson is Han Solo.
Robert De Niro, James Woods,
Bill Murray.
Pause it.
Burt Reynolds, Robert.
Oh man, Bill Murray. Bill Murray as Han Solo would have been hilarious. That would have totally changed the whole movie.
What the fuck?
I don't believe this is a hype.
These are all actors who were, you know, documented as having been interested in the role or talked about for the role. And the rumours at the time possibly haven't even auditioned to it and had ties to it one way or another. Obviously, over time and space, the phenomenon known as gossip and fucking BS Wall Street journalism turns this into fantastical rumours, possibly some of them. But just to think of some of the ideas, switch that back about 10 seconds, 15 seconds.
Ended up steering away from him because of the potential controversy of a black Han Solo and a white Princess Leia. So casting continued and included the likes of Al Pacino, who said the role was his for the taking, but he didn't understand the script.
The Godfather as Han Solo. Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson I would have bought because
You're Solo.
in the 70s he was doing all sorts of movies where he's playing those kind of edgy kind of roles, so you could have seen him doing that. I bet you his agent realised, no, that's going to typecast you like fuck or something.
Imagine Jack Nicholson giving it the princess talking down there. It's a little more creepier, I think. It was a bit heartthrob back in the day, I suppose, but.
You can imagine Bill Murray playing Han Solo like he does,
Bill Murray
as his character in the original Ghostbusters.
Chevy Chase would have been more interesting. Han Solo to me.
So keep going.
National Lampoon.
Nicholson, Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, Bill Murray, Robert De Niro, James Woods, John Travolta.
John Travolta.
With that tash.
Holy hell.
Damn.
I think he would have played a better Lando than Han Solo.
For the Wigs, Burt Reynolds, Robert Englund.
Really?
Can I just skim over Burt Reynolds?
Robert Englund.
Robert Englund, yeah.
Who was said to be considered too young. And he also coincidentally got Mark Hamill onto the project, who was sleeping on his couch at the time. And he also mentioned that Tom Selleck was in the mix. An actor also made famous dropping out of Indiana Jones, which then allowed Ford to step in. Perry King was also up for it, and he actually played
that could
in the
have
National
worked.
Public Radio adaptation. And this is kind of weird to watch. Kurt Russell's audition tape that was recently made available.
Carrying around that's so blasted important.
Now, Christopher Walken, who also auditioned, doesn't have such a tape available, but here's Kevin Spacey doing a Christopher Walken impersonation, doing a hand.
It's the ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs. She's fast enough for you, old man.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Fuck yeah. Turned it down, saying this of Harrison Ford.
Yeah, man, that's pretty much the best of that. So
Oh, fuck. That was a gem.
Yeah.
We'll not expose the rest of Mr. Sunday Movie shit. Man.
Fast enough for you, old man.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That was awesome.
But yeah, if you want to see the rest of that, how Mr. Sunday Movies, I'm gonna keep on going with Mr. Sunday Movies because, like I said, he's the only one that's actually got together these 50 actors and umpteen actors. So yeah, next videos, I don't think it's as much. I think we're just 7 actors who nearly played on screen.
Maybe it's just me, but I find it
If you
fascinating
just joined us,
hearing
it's the
about
FAWK
actors that were
Chronicles,
very nearly
where we have
cast
technical
in
problems all the time on screen.
To name
Yeah.
a few, Will Smith was almost Neo from The Matrix.
Whoa.
Michael Caine very nearly took over the James Bond mantle from
Whoa.
Sean Connery.
Really?
And Sean Connery turned down Gandalf because he didn't understand the
Sean
role.
Connery
He
is
didn't understand
Gandalf.
the
Make
role.
the likes.
You shall not pass.
We're not here to look at the insane life choices
shall
Sean
not
Connery's
pass.
made, including his
Now, Frodo,
Keep it shake.
Come on, that would be
Keep it
brilliant.
shake.
the burden is yours to bear.
That would have been legendary. I want to see his audition tape. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Is it secret? Is it Run, you fools.
Samwise Gamgee, what are you doing down there?
Oh, shit.
Do not lie to me.
Shout on and shout 'em
The cursed eye of Sauron watches us all. Anyway, I'm moving on.
This is the
Enough of the
seven actors
Sean
who nearly
Connery.
played Iron Man. Okay.
Before Robert Downey Jr. stepped up. An Iron Man film in one form or another has been trying to get off the ground since the early 90s.
Oh,
with
yeah?
Stuart Gordon, director of Reanimator, keen to helm a low-budget adaptation. Maybe it was his work on Robot.
Oh,
Jobs
God,
that inspired
terrible.
him. Who knows? But I shudder to think what a low-budget early 90s version of the Iron Man suit would have resulted in.
Yeah.
It wasn't until 1996 that we hear about our first actor expressing interest in portraying Tony Stark. And it's Nicolas Cage.
Of course it fucking is, though.
Shit.
Who else?
That wouldn't be that bad, actually.
Who else had the gravitas to pull off a role like that?
Or the narcissism.
Yeah, well, yeah, that is very true.
I've told you about this theory that I think, in all reality, there should be a reality out of all the realities where Nicolas Cage plays every lead role
every
in
role.
every film. Not every role. We're not going full on fucking Eddie Murphy here, but just the lead role in every film.
I can imagine a planet just inhabited by him. And it's a pretty horrible fucking world.
Yeah. Cage
All
World.
the different variations of him, though,
Yeah.
throughout the years.
Cage World. Nicholas City. 2075.
Cageception.
Nicolas Cage. Who else is it gonna be?
Can you
Anyways, that
imagine?
didn't
Can you
happen.
imagine him doing like Pennywise or something?
Steps in.
Oh,
Tom
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise.
Off the ground. Even
Oh.
commissioning a script that was co-written by Stan Lee.
Wow.
As far as actors go,
You could buy him
Cruise
doing it.
remained semi-attached.
Yeah, maybe.
2004.
But presumably Scientologists
Especially in
got
the
hold of it
2000s.
and thought, hell no, are you doing that? No.
Yeah.
Nah, I think it was more a case of just didn't tie up at the time, to be honest. The way things sort of go, especially in the
He's
earlier
too busy
days.
doing Mission Impossible.
No, well, in the early days of these comic book films, though, people did not have the faith in these franchises. Iron Man was one of the first actual successful kick-off franchises. You know, they started this Marvel universe technically with fucking.
You don't hear that
Hear what?
Hear what?
creaking?
It's in
What
the
creaking?
frickin' ship.
I don't hear no creaking.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I hear nothing.
Okay, the paranoia of Darkside is infectious, at the least. Okay.
So moving back on with the yeah.
Top 50s. Oh. A squeaky. A squeaky seat. I see.
Well, somehow the oil has magically vanished from the entire ship, even though we had 40 tons of it. So,
Get some quantum oil. You're going to break that chair like the last one.
yeah,
Okay.
well.
I'm not springing for a new one.
It cannot.
We can't afford them.
It can't take my super titanium endoskeleton, so, you know.
Okay, we just fucking reinventing ourselves instead of recasting ourselves here. What's going on?
Pretty much,
You're gonna
pretty
end
much.
up
There's something you're not telling us?
I'm gonna sit in those pizza boxes.
Pizza box. I'm not sitting on those pizza boxes. They've started to talk.
You fucking synth tech. You dirty synth. You're a tracer.
Really. We're going there. We're going there, are we? Are we? Yeah.
Anyway, if you're just joining us, folks, we're live on Peronoscopes.
Live.
And there seems to be some sort of activity, a little heart, a little hello.
Yay.
Maybe it's just an automated pair of no-scopes algorithm.
Probably just a computer glitch.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's the automated. You know, if there are humanos watching this, you know, hit us a heart so we know you're there. Otherwise, you know, it's a periscope thing.
And feel free to follow us on YouTubes and VidMe.
Oh my God!
Without any further Mountain Dew, though, we're going to jump straight back into this.
Yeah.
Back on screen.
Are humanos watching this? What the fuck would you?
Experiencing some time dilations on the ship.
You're there. Otherwise, it's a periscope. Okay. Fuck. Okay. What have I told you about grabbing our external feed?
We're caught in a time loop.
Feedception.
No.
Yeah, it's the solar flares.
Yeah, but why can't the time loop be of a more interesting time?
Has there been one?
Maybe,
right.
You know.
Let's find out who else is playing Iron Man.
Before pulling the plug, quoted as saying, "I didn't feel my best running could be done in a robot." Something, as it was lining up, it didn't feel like it was going to work.
Was that how
it bounced around from
acting?
director to director. Running. The level of involvement of each varying, but it included the likes of Quentin
He's pretty good at
Tarantino,
it,
Joss Whedon, Nick Cassavetes, and Len Wiseman before finally landing with Jon Favreau. He was actually slated.
Yeah.
Jon Favreau's a bit.
He's done a good job with these films.
He
was involved quite heavily with these films and this franchise. So
yeah, it definitely made his name. I mean, he'd made a lot of movies before.
The ass of DC in the past 10 years. since the last Dark Knight film, what, 5 years ago? So, next one. Once again, How Mr. Sunday Movies, Weekly Planet
After
podcast.
much deliberation, Marvel and Sony are all set to relaunch Spider-Man for the third time in less than a decade with British actor Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, though, has been a much sought-after role for years, stretching right back to the 80s. So now seems like a good a time as any to take a look at a bunch of actors who were considered for the part. Some of them rumoured, some of them confirmed, and some I probably just made up. Canon Films managed to get their hands on the Spider-Man property back in 1985 and looks to cast stuntman Scott Lever, who at one point posed as the character for a live-action cover. That film didn't eventuate for a number of reasons, including a lot of the budget being siphoned out into other movies, such as Superman 4, subtitle, the one where they fight in slow motion on the moon. Brackets, this wasn't a good one. Tom Cruise, who was a rising star at the time, was also discussed as a potential name. But ultimately, as I said, it got all ballsed up and nothing happened. None other than Charlie Sheen, who then at securing the rights to the character, saying that he was perfect for the role. It was decided by others, though, that comic books and cartoons weren't the future. So that didn't end up happening either.
Well,
Stan Lee, Michael Jackson also made an attempt to kickstart the Spider-Man franchise, with Stan Lee believing that it was his intention to play the character.
That could have been.
No, I don't believe it.
Green Goblin.
Can you imagine that?
Is in my mind.
That's so wrong. That doesn't even make sense.
Beautiful. What's your
so weird.
Same treatment.
He's just being ignorant.
It would have been the funkiest Spider-Man ever.
Who would have watched that and thought it was? Did you watch Moonwalker?
Of course I did. I had that fracking VHS.
Man, that was a bad film.
It was awesome. It was some masterpiece. How dare you? How dare you? The king of pop.
But there wasn't a great deal of acting in that. You know what I mean? Like, Spider-Man would have been a
you don't
version
have to act when you have that kind of talent.
A version of Spider-Man with Michael Jackson would have been all dancing. There would be no dialogue.
And what would have been any different for fucking Tobey Maguire?
It would have looked like...
He had the dancing bit.
It would have looked like...
Maguire could act slightly.
Come on, it would have looked... It would have looked like that Indian version of Superman that we found a while back.
No.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Spider-Man and Superman. That was brilliant.
That was great.
Italian Spider-Man.
That was awesome.
Just racist.
It included a lot of violence and graphic sex. In addition to Arnold Schwarzenegger as Doc Ock and Drew Barrymore as Gwen Stacy, radical 90s guy Edward Furlong was set to star. Leonardo DiCaprio was also approached, but deemed the whole
good looking.
pretty shithouse. and politely declined. Around the time that the Sam Raimi films were ramping up, a number of names were thrown into the ring, including, again, Leonardo DiCaprio, fan favourite Wes Bentley, Scott Speedman, Jude Law for some reason, despite always having looked like a 45-year-old man, Heath Ledger, and Chris, I'm in the worst Street Fighter film. Clyde.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird that this is the worst Street Fighter film? I mean, after the first attempt, that's incredible.
There was another Street Fighter film?
Yes, there was. Don't watch it.
Later also
called Street Fighter 2.
Is there a good Street Fighter film?
Jr.
No, but this makes it worse.
Years later,
Well, the
as
first
saying,
one's good,
everybody
though,
kind of let
compared
me
to
know
that.
this was my kind of flick. Everyone except the director. Sam Raimi was rumoured to say of Prince at the time that he wouldn't even be allowed to buy a ticket to see the film. That seems unnecessarily harsh. James Franco also auditioned and ended up in the role of Harry Osborn. Apparently a rivalry that continues today between Franco and Maguire began on set.
Go on, they're boyfriends. Look.
Why did they argue? Why
Franco told him that he had frog-like features. John Manganiello was also offered $100 by crew to pretend to accidentally punch Tobey Maguire in the face in their fight scene.
Well, there was a crew guy who came up to me and said, "Listen, I'll give you $100 if you hit him in the face by accident." And then and he said, some of the other guys are in on it, and I went. And I looked over and there was an electrician plugging something in, and he just looked up to me and gave me that look like.
Toby Frogface.
Is this what goes on?
Yeah,
man.
This is what goes on behind the scenes. It's like jocks v nerds kind of thing.
I think it just depends. It depends on the energy you bring to set. It depends. Like I said, so James Franco auditioned for the Spider-Man role. No, you can't be Spider-Man. You can be Spider-Man's best buddy friend who he eventually steals the girl from, and you become a fucking Green Goblin. You'd kind of be like, but okay, Marvel, I'll take that franchise bite. However, whoever's going to take a role from you, of course you're going to be like, fuck this motherfucker. You know what I mean? You're going to think twice. But that's just maybe me with my privilege.
No comment.
Right. That's enough of the Spider-Man. We've got one more.
Oh, you got one more of you?
The most sacred archetype. The most hallowed superhero above them all.
Alright. Which one?
Whose films have really not been doing so well. And everyone seems to hate on for no reason other than he's, impervious to...
Shaft, isn't it?
No. Good guess. Not the right answer I'm looking for, though. What do we think? Who?
Wolverine?
Nope.
You were waiting to use that, weren't you?
That was supposed to be a buzzer sound.
Well, it worked a little bit better than a buzzer sound, to be honest.
Yeah.
I prefer the punch.
Right. One more guess.
I'll leave this one to Darkside.
Star Wars isn't a superhero.
Star Wars.
Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is creepy. And
the part of Superman is one of the most
some
coveted
of the
roles
repetition
in all
is
of the
quite creepy.
Hollywoods, with only a handful of actors putting on the iconic tights. Casting it, however, has always been a nightmare. You need such a specific look and height and temperament. But it's been an interesting nightmare, full of names you might not expect to see. So let's go through 50
God, no.
briskly.
50.
'Cause, it's 50. We haven't got a bloody day. I bet you've got a thing to do. Christopher Reeve made the dual role of Clark Kent and Superman his own, and he beat out over 200 actors who auditioned for this
200,
role,
really?
with
Yeah.
numerous others who were also considered,
hard to
such as
believe.
Robert Redford, who
Robert
was thought was too expensive and too famous, as well as Paul Newman, who was offered his choice of Jor-El or Superman plus a $4 million salary.
could
Clint
see it,
Eastwood
yeah.
said he was busy. James Caan didn't want to wear a towel suit, and Stallone was considered too Italian. Plus, it was in Marlon
Italian, a racist.
but Brando didn't like anyone. That guy had, he had a lot of problems.
Why is it racist?
Among the
There's
more
no
unusual
Italians on
choices,
Crip.
Brando's a bit
Ilya
weird.
Salkind were Muhammad Ali and his wife's dentist, Don Voight.
Really?
Al Pacino,
Tits.
Neil Diamond, and Elton John.
Really? Elton John?
No, you're picking up.
Elton
Charles
John.
Bronson, who was thought to be too earthy, which makes sense. Yeah, look at this guy. Looks like he was raised in the center of the earth. Sam Elliott, Dustin Hoffman, Patrick Wayne, Burt Reynolds, Richard Gere,
Burt Reynolds
Andrew
again.
Brolin, Lyle Wagner, after playing Steve Trevor in the Wonder Woman TV series, Perry King, Chris Christopherson, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, who wasn't considered for the part. But it doesn't end there. We got Ryan O'Neal, Jeff East, who ended up playing young Clark Kent with a weird fake nose, and Christopher Reeve dubbing over all these lines.
Looks
Jeff
raging.
Bridges, David Soul, Robert
Bridges
Wagner,
would have been
and Jan
amazing.
Michael Vincent.
In a world where there's 8 Jan Michael Vincents.
Superman.
Jan Michael Vincent to Quadrant C. We need 2 Jan Michael Vincents to Quadrant E. And 16 quadrants. There's only enough time for a Jan Michael Vincent to make it to a quadrant. He can't be at 2 quadrants at once. Is it important that we know who Jan Michael Vincent was in order to get this?
Nope. Steve McQueen was at one point thought to be a good fit, but then considered too out of shape. But come on, this is the 70s, man. Everyone's out of shape, except for Bruce Jenner, now known as Caitlyn Jenner, who dropped out of contention to appear in the Village People movie Can't Stop the Music. In the end, the front runners included John Voight and Nick Nolte, the second of which insisted that he play Superman as a schizophrenic.
Oh, that would have been weird. That would have been cool.
Before shooting. After this era of Superman films ended with the slow motion fight on the moon and the most 80s man you've ever seen being thrown into a nuclear reactor, a number of projects were considered until Superman Returns eventually got off the ground, including Superman Lives, a Batman vs Superman movie. I've actually got an animated video on that, which I'll link
which is awesome,
and
by the way.
Superman Flyby, written by J.J. Abrams. Nicolas Cage was famously cast by
What an image to stop.
So that film was nearly actually happened. They
Is this a Kevin Smith?
This is they got Tim Burton.
Oh, Tim Burton, right?
Really?
After the success of the Batman.
Really?
I know that Kevin
They
Smith,
were like,
he wrote a version.
we'll give you Superman. And apparently he wrote this absolutely crazy kick-ass fucking script where he flew the fuck off into the middle of nowhere. He'd been Superman for a good few years, he'd been established and shit.
Yeah.
But he fucks off to try and fight Krypton or something, comes across alien races and battles all the big crazy, Tim Burton-esque aliens back in the day as well.
Did they know that?
Crazy as fuck.
They
were in post-production.
Did that not happen?
Pre-production, sorry, and the shit got canned.
Did that not happen in what one was it for them? Was it Justice League?
Well, they had a Batman and Superman lined up, and that got canned.
Yeah.
But they had a Justice League TV show thing.
Yeah, it was there was a cartoon show as well.
Diabolical.
But the part of the storyline where they go to other planets and battle aliens and stuff, which would have kind of fit in with that, I suppose. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, okay.
I would cut off my left testicle right now to see a Tim Burton 90s Batman film. Late 80s Superman films.
Batman film, you've got a choice.
Yes, Superman film. With Nicolas Cage. Come on.
Let's do both.
Mullet Nicolas Cage.
Nah, you would have had to change
You
that
see a
haircut.
documentary, it's like
That's a superimposition.
The Death of
show.
Superman Lives. And I think it was called Superman Lives.
Needs like a crew cut and a cigar.
And the documentary is just all about this film that never was, and how much effort and how much art and pre-production has gone into this shit. They had him measured up for the suits. That's an actual picture. It's not fucking photoshopped. They had several suits. One of them lit up and everything, eh? And it was like, what? They had like black suit and everything. You're like, yes.
Oh, that actually sounds kitschy.
It's quite weird as well to hear like all these actors going for these same sort of roles and thinking what it could have been like with fucking Al Pacino as Iron Man.
Yeah, like you're saying, that there's infinite other realities where... Pissed off with that chair then.
Ripping the fucking chair out.
Okay.
Yeah, there's going to be infinite other realities where all these actors play all these different roles, and
Nicolas Cage plays every superhero role.
We should kick in the alternative dimension drive and check some of them out, because some of them are going to be really
It's crazy.
interesting.
How the fuck do you go from that to Ghost Rider? You know,
Ghost Rider, little horn for Ghost
it's
Rider.
like the guy that played. He's Brandon Routh, is it? He fucking played Superman. Superman Returns, and he nailed it out of the park. But what he's been asked to do was emulate what fucking Christopher Reeve's done.
No more creaky. Okay.
And because he did, everyone was like, "Oh, you're just fucking,
You're just copying Christopher Reeve."
shit." So now he's on a TV show playing the Atom for DC.
Really?
So he went from Superman to the fucking Atom.
And that's why
crazy.
That's why a lot of these big stars don't want to get involved.
But they know it's money though. If you nail the fucking part, and you're in a franchise role, this stuff's gonna get
no,
so
but it's all ego.
Fucking decades. Like
a lot of these big.
This will be kids' cartoon fodder. Like moms and dads will be picking up these DVDs for.
But a lot of these big actors don't want to suffer.
It's a thin line to tread. It's definitely a thin line to tread.
You don't want to get typecast for the rest of your life as that guy. You know.
I think it's more of a fucking free for all these days, mate. I genuinely do. I think it's a case of you don't have enough roles for the actors that are out there, and they're gonna have to bend and change their morals.
They'll take whatever they can get.
Yeah, I heard something there. I heard something. I think it was I'm pretty sure it was actually one of Mr. Sunday movies videos, and he was talking about how Joss Whedon had said he made more money from the Doctor fucking Horrible or Doctor Terrible sing-along thing he done. That was a fucking like little indie, practically Kickstarter musical short fucking film than he did directing the first Avengers, a film that easily by now is probably grossed into the fucking borderline billion mark. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, probably.
The directors get nothing on these movies.
That's fucking
the actors take all the money, man.
That's just crazy.
It's on-screen talent takes.
And to me, like that, like you're saying, they kind of have to take the role. They have to take the job. You know, some of them are kind of backed into that because you hear a lot about these guys not want to do it. Apparently, Ben Affleck didn't want to do Batman. He was turning it the fuck down for ages, and eventually, someone was like, "Listen, this is a franchise, baby. Take the swing. Take the fucking swing." You know. There's been plenty of guys that haven't survived, but there's been more so that have. I mean, look at Ryan Reynolds. He bounced back for Green Lantern and fucking shitty X-Men Wolverine Origins Deadpool. Nerd rant over. The nerd section is done. The nerd alert has been triggered.
Quite finished. And here I thought I was
hearing
the nerd,
like nerd fatigue.
Yeah.
Is it just the flow of this also awesomely flowing episode? Is that?
Oh, the episode's flowing fine. It's flowing right down the toilet, but you know, okay. So moving swiftly on to.
Did you find anything random? Darkside? That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Well, what we want to do is we want to continue on a do. And as we witness the downfall of YouTubes. If you're just following us, folks, on Perinoscopes, hit a little like, hit a little heart button, let us know you're there. Any intelligent life forms out there, let us know in the chat.
Woo!
Follow us on the road to 20 subscribers.
20
followers in Perinoscopes and 10 subscribers on YouTube. And we operate here under the universal unfair policy, unfair use policy, where we say it's either all fair use or no fair use. Oh my God. Fuck your monetization. And we are now also inclusively, not exclusively, but also alsusively.
We're just going to let you
available on VidMe, yeah, I got that right.
VidMe
/the FAWK Chronicles.
Note to self: right privilege some cue cards.
Fucking cue cards would make this shit so much smoother. But that's not what we're about here. Okay, we're about honesty. We're about integrity. We're about no adverts, no monetization. Okay, just a Patreon panda at some point when there's not any forms of intelligent life in the chat, which there's not. So that there's enough of that. Okay.
Well, there may be, but they may be brain dead after, you know, the superhero kind of geek out.
If you're watching this in future times, then at this point in time, this was the early days.
This was your chances. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are the deciders. That little W and L in the bottom right hand of your screen, of our screen, is the win and lose column. The dub and the L, as it's called. And each week we decide.
And after all this, if you win, you get the fabulous grand prize of keeping your ass firmly seated to the ground.
Else we're going to blow your fracking planet.
If you get lose, well, let's just say you won't have to worry about it in the morning. Because there will be no morning.
Oh, I'm getting coughing. Just you know.
Was it the dankness of that, you know, impersonation stuck in the back of your throat there?
The dankness of the fucking thought. There could be no Earth. There could be no YouTubers.
Come on, think about it, right?
Certain YouTubers could just dissolve in the face of this crisis.
Look at it this way.
They don't have the bravery and the ability of a ship like we do.
Some of them would be
to
better off
take
dissolving.
A stance.
Yeah.
Better off dissolving.
Like who?
Like, I don't know, the people that do the people that
fucking name and shame.
The people that make the slime, they'd be better off dissolving.
Or
what, you?
I have to fucking I'll whisper it into the mic. I'm mouthing it right in front of your fracking face.
Markiplier.
Say Leafy. Well, then I guess a bunch. Yeah, guess a bunch. Engage with me here, okay? No, not Markiplier.
Leafy's already dissolved.
How dare you?
He's dissolved into his own Adderall.
No, he has.
He's on VidMe now. Have you seen that? Have you seen that?
Is he?
Yeah, no. It's somebody basically. Hold on. I don't know if I'll be able to find
nicked
it.
all his videos and put them up.
No. This is even better. I don't know if I'll be able to find them again. I found them earlier on, but basically, whoever this person was,
Leafy's a fucking dinosaur anyway. He's an old hat.
Yeah, but they basically put down, they put their video up, and they were like, "I am Leafy," right, and right underneath it was of VidMe.
Oh god!
So
another copycat.
Another copycat. How many other people are going to copy Leafy?
Who wants to copy that little fucking shit? He's like a shit with chocolate sprinkles on the top.
So it's tough, but there's some chocolatey reward coating on it. Is what you're saying?
If you really want that chocolatey covered turd.
Ah, there it is. I found it.
You're such a hater, Darkside.
On screen that shit.
I can't on screen
young
that shit from
YouTubers
here yet.
Trying to find their way in the world, trying to find a craft, making mistakes because this is a new medium that no one's fucking performed in.
Well, actually, I may be able to, but you'll need to give me one moment to do this.
Pushing the boundaries is what people like Leafy are doing.
Yes. Okay? Well done. There we go.
Pushing it to
we now have
the limit.
Sort of on screen, I guess you can say. Is that even on screen?
How did fucking... Alright.
I think that's on screen, yeah. So, sorry, I was having an experiment with that little bit there.
Am I the Leafy of VidMe?
As you can see...
It's just clickbait.
Right here.
Just because it looks...
oh, come on, man. It's like, yeah. So, yeah.
I hope Leafy sued them for that.
Sued them. Sued them for clickbait. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That would open up a whole other realm of shitstorm.
Right, I've got it. I've got the video.
You've got the video.
Let's see this guy's video.
Alright, okay.
Whose guy's video?
The Leafy of VidMe.
I would just like to say at EQBloom, which is my old name, you're a bully and you copy Leafy as here and you spam Twitter about me. Talk about being obsessed. He obviously doesn't know what a Twitter argument is.
Kevin's spell obsessed.
So yeah, Leafy is here. If that's what
how you Twitter
think
spell
I am,
you're not down with the youth.
You spell really badly. Is that Twitter spelling? Is it?
This is a video parody, so don't get.
You're a Leafy
fanboy. Calm your tits.
Oh my god.
Definitely not. I'm definitely not going to
proper copy.
No. You obviously don't know me if you thought I was really going to go through that. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Sweetie here, and yeah. So
brilliant.
COD player.
Oh my god, we've got a COD player here.
I want to be on. I'm gonna go for everything from appearance and stuff.
Looks like COD.
So, it's gonna be quite a short video.
Choose class, Buckfast.
But then again,
take me like a minute or two to shut you down.
Yeah, it's COD.
I'm the wee knob of it, me. I'm the wee Buckfast knob.
Let's go into the first reason. Leafy is from the United States of America.
No shit. Oh wow,
He
really?
lives in Seattle.
Genuinely.
I remember
Your
seeing the video
geographical knowledge astounds.
I live in
fuck.
Ayrshire,
Why
Scotland.
you're no better than Leafy?
He's a little quick scoping.
Use this little kid here.
He's a little quick scoping motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? Little quick scoping shitbag, man. I wonder if you're enjoying that modded controller.
He does. I don't know if he's from Seattle. What
Cheating little fuck.
I cannot do that accent.
I cannot do the accent.
You know, yeah.
You cannot do the accent because your arse is too far up your nose.
Leafy does rants, I do gameplay. Now, he does saturated content, I do gameplay, reviews, etc.
Oh, I'm going to turn this guy
Yeah, because... yeah.
Why? He's just a little game reviewer. How dare you?
Little game-
Everybody check out the Leafy of VidMe.
He's a little
Shout
game
out to the
reviewer.
Leafy of VidMe for Scotland.
Yeah, I'll shout him
One
out.
of
I'll
the
shout him
greatest
right out
nations.
of me. Okay, anyway, so, yeah. He's basically, you know...
Why are you using Leafy's fucking thumbnail? Why are you using Leafy in your thumbnail? Because you can get away with it because somebody called you the Leafy of VidMe.
Pretty much, yeah. That's exactly why.
Why not? Eh? Take advantage, eh? Play into your fucking, weaknesses.
How about people just do their own shit for a change?
Well,
Yeah,
people
mate.
have been doing their own shit, but it doesn't seem to matter because it gets ripped out from underneath them, just like YouTube.
Well, that's why everybody is going, fuck you, YouTube, and leading us on to our next topic, I think. Is it?
It certainly is, actually. But it's more about the crying. The crying.
Oh,
crying
this is the whining.
The
whining part, right? Okay.
The crumbling of the great.
As the world in 2025 crumbles below the feet of the human civilization, YouTube crashes to a halt.
And if Darkside can execute Order 93.
93, yeah, that's it.
Hey guys, I didn't put on makeup.
Jesus motherfucking Christ, man!
I just found out
So
some
basically, over the course of 2 or 3 days, you can watch this guy melt down in these videos.
Okay.
I think I have to sell my house. And I think I might have to sell one of my cars.
I think you're being dramatic to get
one of your cars. Maybe if you're a little bit more constructive with your spending, you wouldn't have to.
Basically fired me.
How do you assume his spending?
Oh, he's just...
YouTube fired me.
That is fucking drama,
YouTube
man.
basically fired him, man.
Shut up.
YouTube has fired him. What is he supposed to do?
You believe that, yeah?
This creative guy that's had 3 channels and released fucking videos of one each every day and garnered billions of views for YouTube.
And hasn't got millions sitting in bank accounts that he could live off for the rest of his life, probably.
Mere speculation, sir. Mere speculation.
What I want to know, right, is he has a shit ton of money, right?
Guaranteed.
Okay.
You're assuming.
But he said he has to get rid of one of his cars, and he might have to sell his house, right? So why the fuck is he in a guest room that has nothing else in it apart from a bed and a mirror? Ooh. I'm pretty sure if he was as big as he says he is, with as much money as he says he is, he'd be doing it actually in his little studio.
What's your point?
My point is exactly what you're saying. It's fucking drama. He's playing up to the, oh, look how empty my room is. I've had to get rid of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because he knows money. If he makes a few videos where he's spitting the dummy, he'll get a hell of a lot more views than
so
if
why?
he wasn't.
So I've got a question. Why are we giving him one?
Because
we're on VidMe. Ha!
Okay.
He's not getting a review.
Answering your own questions there.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. Right.
Pardon.
Continue.
This is horrible.
You're horrible.
I talked to Jacqueline Glenn on the phone.
Nasty.
And she
That's
told me
nasty.
that this might be temporary.
Who's Jacqueline Glenn?
But based on what
Another
I've seen,
big
it's
YouTuber.
not. So here's what I'm going to do for a short while. I'm going to try to sell a lot of shirts. I'm going to try to make money outside of YouTube AdSense because
there's a sound business plan
you've
come up with after 8 fucking years.
Yeah, instead of putting all your eggs in one basket, you know.
Once upon a time, it was this or death for me.
Surely not.
So if I'm not doing this,
guilt trip YouTube.
Yeah.
Executives and bring back AdSense.
And they're like, laugh.
But inside, I'm definitely.
I can actually imagine hearing the YouTube executives running around like clucking chickens, going la 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 la.
I just let me put it in perspective, okay? Let's say I was making $100 a day, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, YouTube decided to take 9 of those dollars.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on. That's probably closer to the truth.
Foggy-minded.
Let's say you were in $1,000.
Right? Yeah. YouTube decided to take 90 of those dollars.
But YouTube hasn't taken those 90.
So I'm making $10 a day. Let's say it's not what I'm actually making.
You know what? In countries around the world,
it's not that far off for $10.
$100 a day, maybe say £50 a day, maybe 60 euros a day. That's about the standard wage for an actual decent job. So if you're given that as an example, and you're like, oh my god, I might have to lose my health, then obviously you're spending well without outside your means. If you're making $100 a day,
see, it's like I feel for these guys in one sense of the way because they became some in some ways complacent, and they have pumped a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of their fucking lives and hearts and souls into this
with
shit.
Apparently
some
no
of them
investment.
have practically even hold on. Some of them have practically even became fucking psychotic and narcissistic and crazy.
I think he was always like that, but
doing this shit. Yeah, possibly. However, it can only fucking enhance that shit if your only contact with the outside world is through a fucking lens and in a comment section.
Yeah.
But the point being for these videos anyway is that this is the chilled sort of response that he gave on one of his channels. And you keep going with this. Let's get through it.
But what's your point?
My point is, I feel for them.
No, well, I don't feel for them. And why? Because these people are basically like oil miners. They're like oil companies, and they've been living the high life.
These people are like BP
Hear me out. They've been living the good life through the high times, making a shit ton, and probably spending it like there was no tomorrow. And they didn't save in case the oil ran out?
How do you know this guy wasn't racked with family debt that wasn't his? How do you know that this guy hasn't thrown every penny?
Yeah, there's lots of speculation and there's lots of subjective reality going on. But
I'm just saying you're assuming. Yeah, you're speculating.
Yeah, in a swathing, like, in a swathing kind of way to generalise everything.
Yeah.
These people have squandered probably in the good times and haven't saved for the harsh times that is now upon them. So, ha.
I just find it kind of weird that people so creative couldn't be as creative
financially.
But like I'm hearing a lot. Feel like him and Reps and these other guys are bored. They're fucking they're stuck. They don't know what more to do. And I'm like, dude, step it the fuck up is what you need to do. You need to fucking Gary V that shit. You need to fucking just go all over the place, be everywhere, doing everything at all fucking times.
Well, let's see what else he's got to say for himself.
Yeah.
Most of my adult life, this is what I know. And my bills, despite me paying most everything off, my mortgage is not something I can afford with what YouTube is now paying me. So,
well, you're in everybody else's
I imagine if I push hard enough, if I work hard enough,
come on,
I can maybe survive.
Yay!
Continue to make videos, but also by promoting things in these videos. So,
oh fuck, he gets it.
Have that alternate income and maybe continue.
Shit,
doing
he gets it.
But this is kind of a message to all the YouTubers who are struggling right now. If we want to survive, we really need to focus more on selling.
Go back to your one-bedroom apartment and you'll be minted.
He's got his business suit on now.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I hate to use the word because I saw other people use it, but diversify.
So doing one thing is not good enough.
This is one of the worst days of my life because
it looks like it. Really?
Before I decided to do YouTube, I had a gun in my head.
Oh yeah, really?
I was considering pulling the trigger, and now it's looking like the whole YouTube thing might be over.
Oh, the whole YouTube thing might be over.
Some money, so I can survive a little while.
10 years, 15.
It's a good story. It's a good story.
I can survive.
20 years, maybe. Yeah.
The story about his mortgage is a good story as well.
Hold on. I don't know, man. This is just the worst. So, yeah. Expect me to try to sell a lot more shirts to you at some point in the videos, and expect me.
What would you do for a shirt?
I don't know. Maybe I'll make more music and try to sell more albums. You know, maybe this could be a good thing. It forces me to break my back.
Oh, is someone trying to learn about humility there?
Really, really go above and beyond.
Download my music. Yeah, I was waiting for that shit to appear.
And this is the real world. This is kind of what that is.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You know, it forces you to be hungry.
Shut up, you know nothing about being fucking hungry. Like, he's hardly homeless in the streets. Like, honestly, there's people out there that are really fucked, and you're pissed off because you're going to lose an extra few grand in your ad revenue.
Few grand. You see, he's making like $10 a day. At the height, if this guy was raking in the billions of views.
3 channels, he's got 3 gold play buttons. Like, fuck off.
Okay, hold on, right? If he truly is making like $10 a day, then guess what? Get a fucking job.
He's making $1,000 a day minimum.
Yeah, but see, that's it though. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes when you reach the height, like these YouTubers have, you're earning loads of money. Sometimes you have to take a step back before you can push on again. So instead of fucking whining about it, do something about it.
Off screen, right? I'm gonna just check this out because.
Do something about it.
Check what? You're fucking up my flow here, Darkside.
Yo, chi is dying.
If you're just joining us, folks, live in the FAWK Chronicles, kicking it to you through 360 peri no scopes. Smash that little heart button. Let us know you're still alive.
Smash it like an angered god.
If there's any intelligent signs of life out there, let us know in the chat. Join us on the road to 20 followers on Perinoscopes. Join us on the road to 10 subscribers on YouTubes. And however many, 19 subscribers on VidMe?
19.
So let me just
19 on VidMe.
Let me just answer something.
There's a road to 20, yeah.
Hold on, Titch180 just asked what's with win-lose, so I'll fill you back in that for anybody that's missed it. The win and the lose is for the planet Earth. Will you guys be destroyed or will you save yourselves? That's up to us after we've
the deciders
experienced, you know, years worth of your history. However, so far we've just started to fully decide whether your planet is worthy of being kept in this universe.
It's a countdown at the end, folks. It's a countdown at the end or the beginning.
You're on a balance right now. You're on very, very thin ice.
Eekies.
Yeah. And we're not even going to go to that, you know, even Steven place again because I really want to shoot even Steven.
Okay, like I take it back, right, on screen, because
thanks for the love, folks.
I take it back.
Well, Titch180 seems to think the Earth is fucked, just blow it up. Well, Darkside may tend to agree with you there. We're still going to have to wait, you know, following procedures here. We're going to have to decide.
He's just a hater. You're just a hater, Titch180. Someone from your own planet is sitting saying the Earth is fucked. That should be an immediate strike in the L column, straight off the bat.
Oh.
This isn't the forum,
is this a social blade?
This isn't the forum, is it?
This is a social blade.
Okay, social blade, right? Look at his monthly earnings and his yearly earnings. It's like down to 0. I don't know if this is a problem with social blade or whether this is YouTube, man.
Like, daily averages, minus 92,000.
From like 1.1k
This
to zero.
The algorithm.
That's crazy, huh?
Within 1 day.
This is the end. Yeah, this is the end of YouTube.
So maybe he is going homeless. Maybe we should join his Patreon and buy a T-shirt. I feel bad for this guy now. I feel bad.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So come back to that video.
Now he needs to find it again.
Unless you could out it.
No.
So that was his measured response.
Yeah.
But over the course of a day or two, you can see the fucking meltdown.
I don't like being a salesman. I don't like.
It's been coming for.
I've avoided this for the longest time, but
didn't want to be a salesman.
It's all you can do to survive.
It's bet your eyelids.
So, I am now making probably what your dads make.
Are you saying something about what my dad makes?
Presume what my dad makes.
What an
Did you just
insult.
presume I have a father? How dare you? How dare you, sir?
How do you know I've not got 2 lesbian mothers?
By great Harambe's beard, I hex your whole fucking family line, sir.
By Sean Connery Gandalf.
Just laughed.
By the Gandalf of
You shall
Sean
not
Connery.
pass.
Stop stealing my jokes.
I wasn't really rich before. Thank goodness I already did my taxes. Thank goodness I had my finances in order before I found out that I am royally screwed.
Boom, boom, boom. Totally.
Oh,
this is going to be rough.
I think he's looking at that gun in the corner drawer.
I just want to let you guys know. And again, to all the YouTubers
Sell
watching,
your house, get a smaller place,
Otherwise,
1-bedroom apartment, and your money will last so much longer.
And not for a drink.
Stop drinking at fucking Starbucks then.
Is this it? Is it? We can get rid of a whole bunch of YouTubers by just letting them kill themselves.
Maybe that's it. It's the culling.
It's the culling of YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube's done this. YouTube's done this to make all these YouTubers
Drain the swab.
Suicide. Yeah, drain the swab.
You know what? It's like a 16-year-old sheepdog that's past its prime. You know?
My god! Just take it out.
Take it out.
Shed.
This is a goddamn
conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
They just want to fucking just put that little glitch in there, and then
Death to YouTube.
Will just fucking fold, you know.
Well, YouTube.
You know.
YouTube's next video.
Well, hold on.
YouTube's technically dead now. I foreclose on the YouTube of yesteryear.
You can't just foreclose.
And it's the dying dinosaur that's on its final
legs. What
legs.
we're talking about here? Calm down.
Yeah. The funny thing is, right, the planet Earth at this point in time is apparently on the brink of what seems like potentially World War III, if you believe the worldwide media.
Hi, I'm Anision.
And we're watching this shit.
So his next video
Look at that face.
to Autobro.
Look at that face.
His next video and upload to Autobro was I quit and here's why.
Are those his real eyebrows?
I quit.
So this was like, I don't know if this was the next day.
I think they're CGI eyebrows.
His attitude definitely seemed to change
He
a
is
little.
CGI.
And he seemed a little more chipper at points, but he also seemed a little more fucking PO'd, I think.
He got his tax
under the skins. Right.
Happiest I quit video you've ever seen on YouTube. I don't exactly want to say that I'm going to be gone from Obro forever, but for the next few months, there will be no new videos on this channel. There might be some other videos, but no new videos.
He's got that fucking ring light that puts a little ring of lights in your iris.
The reason I'm doing this is because
I'm going to go and make some montage videos like you fucking should have thought about.
YouTube.com/uh-oh-bro. You will see that almost none of my videos show up in restricted mode. Like, none. But before I get to explaining more in depth about this,
I don't even understand.
I have a promo to do.
I don't even understand. Hold on, what is restricted mode though? I don't know.
Right, okay, the whole banner is that they had to update the shit for certain ages of users. And it came to the point where they basically set it so that if your content is deemed as age restricted, that if it is in age restricted mode, you cannot even find it. You cannot find it in the search. for.
All right, so you need to be 18 or over.
If you
and
search
sign in.
up a PewDiePie video or a PewDiePie swearing,
yeah.
it won't even come up. It won't even exist. A bunch of YouTubers found this out a while back.
It's not like it even pops up and it says you're not over 18. You can't watch.
You can't find
it.
It at
just
all.
Fucking can't find it.
It's because we don't want
exist.
to advertise restricted
So
content.
that in and of itself is, I think it's exposing a weakness that was in YouTube, and unfortunately a weakness to a lot of these YouTubers that their audiences are younger, too young. Even if it's just by a year or two, but
you know what I say? Hey ho, the witch is dead. Bye bye.
Whom the bell tolls.
Bye bye, YouTube.
Time much is over.
A obligation that I have not held up my part on yet. So
such a fucking
edubirdy.com.
He's fucking right.
These
So
lovely
he's
people
shelling.
keep sponsoring me, and I appreciate it.
What he's saying is
those
he's
people
going to try and keep shit fucking monetizer friendly and family friendly, right? So that kids can watch it. And he's talking about one of his other channels in this video that he's set up to literally just be nothing but kid friendly. It's just fucking chairs moving about and stupid noises and shit. And even that was getting fucking hanged. But anyway, guess what this product is that he's shilling to his fucking...
me on my other channels, but just
for
for a while.
Minor energy. It sounds like it, don't
It's
it?
not gonna be happening. But edubirdy.com is a site where you can pay someone to write essays for you, so you don't have to write essays for school.
Yeah.
Because as many of us know, school is a gigantic joke, and you only stay in school so you can get a job later, not because of the content at school is actually relevant.
Yeah, you're going to last long.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Is he shilling this to children?
That's how Darkside got his doctorate.
And
Seriously,
you
I mean,
can
what the
go there
hell?
now and have people write essays for you right now.
The person that wrote this site must have been for Privilopia,
back to this,
stealing fucking
He's shelling
Privilopia
for a
my
site
channel.
of shells.
Yeah.
So here we
Every
go.
single new video I upload to this channel is immediately restricted. Okay? The past few videos that I've made, like 4 videos, I tried having Chibi Durf take over the channel because Chibi Durf is friendly for all audiences. And you guys liked the initial video, but you didn't really watch the videos after that. Not as significantly as the first video. And, I mean, I understand why, to an extent, but here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
If you guys just didn't watch the videos,
cracks
or you
in the
didn't watch them
armor
in
here.
large numbers, that's fine, because, you know, Chibi's finding his groove. You know, you gotta figure out what works, and go with that.
Here it comes.
But the whole point of Chibi was to make it so YouTube would look at this channel and give it a chance, you know, like give it a chance to succeed.
Do you think that YouTube's been prejudiced against
But
you?
this channel has been put on a crap list. I would say SHIT list, but swearing in my videos is just another way to ruin my potential at success.
You made your living off swearing on your
this
videos.
channel's on a crap list, and I know this for a fact. I've talked to YouTube, I've talked to networks, and they've all basically been giving me the same down low answer, which is, you know, YouTube's answer is it's your fault, your content is offensive. And
I would be like, you're offensive.
No!
YouTube is offensive.
The videos
What's
weren't
up
even
to you,
released.
Sean, is
They were
offensive?
completely
It's up
fine.
to you
No
whether
swear
you
words,
accept
no
their
innuendos, no nothing, just straight
point of view. You can vote with your feet
moving
whenever you want.
furniture
Move down our
and telling
platform.
kids
Exactly.
jokes and stuff like
All
that.
he's saying is he's tried to even
But
just
YouTube has this
do
channel
family friendly shit, but
completely
because
on
the
a
channel's on the shit list, he's fucked.
Make another channel?
Yeah, make another channel.
That would make
so
sense.
like that's something that a lot of you guys got to worry about.
But he doesn't
on
want to
YouTube.
start from scratch
You
because he's got
cannot-
all these fucking subscribers.
Well, you tell those subscribers that you're moving to that other channel.
Your
Simple.
true self is
You can't be your true self.
You know,
Shut up.
don't talk about.
He's not being his
topics.
true self.
Spitting
Don't
the
talk
fucking
about
dummies what he's
certain
doing.
topics.
Spitting
Because
the
again, I
motherfucking
know
dummy.
YouTube
Look at him.
is trying
Hitler
to
spawn,
guess
look
what
at him.
I'm saying in this video with their automatic captions, and
Spanish
that will
TV.
probably determine how high I rank in search results
You rank?
based on the appropriateness
got
and
that
ad
right.
friendliness of this video. But you got to be careful that you don't
You gotta
talk
be careful.
about I don't even want to say the words because I'm afraid that this video will be categorized.
Okay, okay.
fuck off.
So,
But don't talk about
He's in fear for his survival. He is in fear for his survival right
associated
now.
with beliefs because then it would
yeah.
dare you?
So,
you know,
this makes
I
me
believe
fucking
this. I believe that.
suffice
Not
to say,
necessarily
he
a
rambles
controversial
on and
topic.
on and on and on.
Aye,
and
so
on.
they end up watching for more than 10 minutes.
Yeah,
so you
exactly.
make the ad revenue.
Exactly.
Okay, I've seen it happen.
Exactly.
Like I use the
There's a
word
point to this. There's a point to this.
STUPID
Are we going to get to that point anytime
in my
soon?
video titles, and
Unfortunately, I didn't timecode it, but it's worth it. We're watching
10 videos
the live meltdown of the great
as inappropriate because I use STUPID in my title.
He's not very great, if you ask me.
A lot of videos where I use women.
Just to let you know, the broadcast. Yeah, we do have about 16 minutes left on the broadcast.
I mean not ad friendly. You know, if it's not ad friendly, what is the incentive for YouTube to promote you?
Tech.
It's not there.
Clock timer's not moving. Tech.
It is moving. It's on 2004.
Other YouTubers who are corporate friendly. I'm also releasing a video on Onisan speaks about this. So some of this.
Should I just skip forward or what?
God damn, I can't remember what the frack it is. So he goes on to just very slightly hint that all this is because of PewDiePie.
Really? Come on.
Yeah. Just you know, he made a mistake, I'm sure is the words he uses.
It's not a mistake though, he's probably right, because it wasn't until YouTube did his thing with Fiverr, his whole what was it? I can't remember what he got them to say.
Death to the Jews,
yeah, the whole Death to the Jews thing, that this kicked off, and the advertisers started spitting the dummy, and then you had Adpocalypse.
You know what? It's probably
so he's probably right.
This is probably just a big massive.
It's a fair appraisal, I think.
This is probably just a big massive sort of revenue scheme by the executives from all these YouTubers working together to create the biggest controversy and drama on YouTube ever. And then suddenly it's fixed and everybody flocks back to YouTube from all the other sources.
Maybe.
Quite possibly.
It's a pretty wide
put it to you like this.
Yeah.
What you're arguing is that the use of something, okay, personal responsibility, comedy, humour, context, all these things come into it. However, what he's saying is that it is PewDiePie's fault that a joke he told was perceived in a certain way, and that alone is the reason that this shit's going on.
Yeah, that's
no,
denial.
it's not, because 2 days before the PewDiePie thing fucking dropped, the first article was written about ISIS fucking getting Google ad trailers, getting YouTube trailers. However,
it's a conflagration.
That's what I'm saying.
PewDiePie didn't
and
really
he's a little more pissed here. It's not his fault. If it wouldn't have been him, it would have been anyone else. This guy has said equally as controversial shit. If it wouldn't have been PewDiePie, it would be someone fucking else.
It's a conflagration of things.
What do you mean? But you can't say it didn't help. Help what? Push the boundaries of fucking comedy? Yeah, it fucking did. Because now there's a goddamn boundary that certain motherfuckers like him
from
are too afraid to push.
From the advertiser's point of view, that wasn't progressive. You know what I mean?
It's progressed because
no, to the advertisers ran to the
advertisers have made a stand and now said to YouTube, get your shit sorted.
Yeah, so
maybe it'll be a fucking beneficial thing if YouTube actually gets its fucking finger out and starts sorting shit out.
It's not progressed advertising on YouTube. Anything it's said things into retrograde.
It will progress. It will progress, is the argument. It could possibly progress.
Wow,
if they're only refining
war
their
this
shit,
has started.
If they're only refining their shit, that can only be good for the system as a whole. Kids shouldn't be able to fucking watch adult fucking content. People shouldn't be able to get away with blatant rank fucking clickbait.
Yeah, but you're presuming that you can tell the future.
Certain topics and videos that are just straight out fucking hate speech and bullshit probably shouldn't be allowed to get fucking monetized. You know? But unfortunately YouTube have been that lazy and fucking bullshit about it over the years. They're only finally getting there. Want to see someone else have a fucking meltdown? This is his third video and this is it. He goes in on fucking iDubbbz and PewDiePie and blames them for fucking everything, and he's clearly having a fucking meltdown. Next video, last video, and then we out. Live on the Perry 360, no scripts.
Him messing with kids,
real quick,
that's been really progressive.
And his talks.
Just a triggering topic here, okay?
This is going to be.
That's why I put it on the Apocalypse Now soundtrack.
This really comes from the gut. I'm not going to go through a bunch of data. I'm not going to look up a bunch of images, look up a bunch of videos that he's done in the past or anything like that. I just really want to, let it out. First of all, the guy makes like one video a week. That is some lazy ass crap. You're a YouTuber, you make a living making videos, and you only have enough time to make one video.
Maybe that's all he wants to make.
PewDiePie's putting out a video every couple of days.
Okay, secondly, your audience is so dedicated to you despite the fact that you barely put any effort into your videos.
This is like the second day.
See his last video. It's just him sitting in front of a green screen, and he's like green screening over the green screen.
Pause there.
Green screenception. What is that crap?
Okay, one, this is complete denial of your own failure. Quite clearly, if shit broke that much, you should have had contingency plans in place to secure your ability to continue surviving. 2, blaming all the shit on someone else.
Yeah, he's venting.
Yeah, he's venting, which is fine, right? Venting's fine, right? But 3, maybe he only wants to make one video a week. And 4, who is this guy to say anything about the followers that apparently like his channel?
Oh, he gets right into the followers on this channel.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, though? So this is just... He's not just ranting. This is... what's it called in psychology? Transference. Yeah. This is transferring his anger onto someone else because he can't accept...
It's projection.
It gets better.
He can't accept that he fucked up.
Yeah, and Elysium goes for quantity and iDubbbz goes for quality.
And he's just sitting there opening up packages. We're going to give that 3 million views. Really? And then people come to my channel, they say, oh, you only spent 2 minutes and 30 seconds on this video. Actually, I spent like 3 hours on whatever video you're referencing. I actually put a lot of effort into almost all my videos, except for rant videos like this, where I just am so enraged by the ignorance of the people watching that I just want to reach out and shake them until they get reason knocked into their head.
Holy fuck!
I'm overwhelmed.
That's what Hitler wanted to do as well.
A bit psychotic here.
That automatically means that they're good.
Does he look like he's losing
like
that a bit?
Frank. I was doing that crap way before Filthy Frank.
Here we go.
See Frank Kipster.
Yeah, but he's funny, and I'm not, even though he basically got the idea from people like me.
Yeah.
Pink suit, big freaking deal. Same activities done by me years prior. I don't understand. I don't understand how popular just completely erodes any fact.
Then you don't understand life, mate.
I have uploaded literally thousands of videos to YouTube. Many of those have gone very viral.
Very viral. It sounds like a fucking Trumpism.
I'm just as funny as I've
They're getting dumber the longer Trump's in.
The matter is that my content changed a little bit over time with my subscribers. A lot of my subscribers, until like a few months ago, were cool with that. And then PewDiePie had to do some stupid crap where he pays someone to hold up a sign saying that Jews should die.
No!
And now we're all suffering because of that.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
Shots fired.
Except for a select few.
Shots fired at the king of YouTube from Onion Boy.
Because they have acceptable titles and thumbnails, whereas the rest of us are actually honest about how profane our content and our videos really are. You click on an iDubbbz video, it looks totally fine, right?
There.
And then he's saying every possible swear word in the dictionary.
He does every now and then.
And he's also dropping the
fucking
tangents
off.
But no, it's okay for him.
He's getting overly emotional,
right? And then he's saying every possible swear word in the dictionary, and he's also dropping the N-bomb with a hard R. But no, he's cool people. It's okay for him to do it. Yeah, he's white.
N-bomb with the hard R.
May very well have owned slaves, but no, it's fine.
You're presuming his ancestors had slaves.
That whole issue with Tana, you know, who shows up to take a picture with somebody who clearly thinks you're a stalker? Does anyone? He's
right. I've just got one thing here. This guy is now finding out what it's like to be living in an American school when you start off popular. And then the popular crowd goes, we don't like you anymore. Now he's ranting about how he's no longer in the popular it crowd.
Dude, this has been my argument.
In an American school.
These guys live
basically
on. They've grown up on. They're like fucking
but American
television stars.
Yeah, but American.
This guy's dedicated. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying it. But American schools are like fucking the height of that culture. Anyway, carry on.
These guys pretty much just fucking live their lives like child TV actors, man.
Yeah, exactly. So now that they've lost that, it's like a drug. You know what I mean? He's addicted to it, and now that he's lost it, he's panicking because he can't get it back.
Doesn't know what the fuck else to do.
Exactly. What he should do is team up with other YouTubers that are having the same problems and come out with a fucking group YouTube channel.
A fucking show.
Exactly.
Any kind of show. Can you imagine the kind of hits this crazy motherfucker would get if he was just doing live stream Q&As where he was standing trying to be the fucking Judge Dredd on this bitch and just giving out brutal answers live and taking any kind of punishment and abuse in the chat but for tips and stuff.
These people are going to have to start diversifying.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand how these guys, but he's so creative. But the problem being that these guys get themselves into this fucking hole, where they have to then produce 3 videos a fucking day for each channel.
If your videos are good enough that you only need to do 1 a week and your fans still love it, then fucking fair dues.
It has evolved. He's done really well.
Like if you want to blame anybody, if you want to blame anybody, you go back to Leafy last year, who broke the algorithm.
Assigning blame is a lazy man's fucking game, mate.
Yeah, but if you're looking for somebody to blame,
the algorithm doesn't give a fuck about blame.
But my point is, if you're looking for somebody to blame, there'll always be somebody else to blame.
Yeah, exactly. So blame your motherfucking self for not having the foresight.
Well, I mean, maybe not. Yeah,
plan B. There's got to be a plan B. There's got to be a plan C.
No matter
it's
what.
Easy for us to say that in hindsight for this position. We've come in late in the fucking game on YouTube, but when you look at someone who's been at it for 8 fucking years, you think,
YouTube, if you're listening, fuck you.
Shots fired.
Man down.
VicMe.com/the FAWK Chronicles. But yeah, he basically goes on this.
Cool, he's cool. He did that. He showed up
rant,
to take a picture
crazy as fuck
with a girl who doesn't want to be around him
on iDubbbz.
And that's somehow okay because, oh yeah, again, he's popular. But imagine if you had a dude that you didn't want to see, you don't want to be associated with whatsoever. He shows up, tries to take a picture with you.
Wait for it.
That'd be the creepiest thing ever that ever happened to you. Yet you guys are celebrating iDubbbz, despite the fact that he is a hideous-looking man. He is not funny at all.
That digitizing just worked at that exact perfect time there.
You know who I find funny? I find Jack's films funny. You want to know why Jack's films is funny? Because he actually and that are generally just so edgy.
Really?
Edgelord. He says the FAG word constantly. Oh, he's so cool.
He spells out the words because he's trying to stay friendly.
Into a black community right after you watch iDubbbz and you take your little white butt and start dropping the N-bomb with the hard R, and then you get shanked. You get killed. Assuming it's a lower end black community, not
is that a threat? That's a threat, and it's a racial. It's a threat and a racial slur simultaneously.
It's better as it goes along.
Holy crap.
Basically, he fucking starts spazzing out. He's slipping up left, right, and centre here. He says to him that if you drop the N word with a hard R, you'll get fucked. Yada yada. This is where I think he's maybe trolling, because 4 separate times in this rant and this drama that is an Onision video, he fucking says N-bomb with a hard R, and he says like not with a hard R, dude, about fucking 4 or 5 times in the video. I'm like, you're trying for an iDubbbz memification of yourself. You know what I mean? He's raging that him jumping about in the green suits like fucking Filthy Frank and iDubbbz didn't become this captured meme thing. But now he knows
when it comes down to it, he's just not funny.
He knows if he makes a Keemstar, why am I still getting hate? Kind of fucking rant.
Keemstar can occasionally be
suggesting
funny.
That he's after a content cop, and I think he maybe is.
No, but people you're talking about, like Keemstar can occasionally be funny, iDubbbz can occasionally be funny. Onision is just a walking mental illness. There's something, honestly, there's something really wrong with this guy.
How fucking judgmental of you. That's how intolerant of you.
You're just talking about how he's breaking down on camera.
He's having a breakdown. I'm not saying that means he has a mental illness. We all break down from time to time.
Takes one to know one.
Did you just call me a fucking mental illness?
Speaking of breakdowns...
No, I'm talking from my point of view.
Speaking of breakdowns on this ship... no one reminded me to start record.
Oh, yay.
So... ladies and gentlemen, we will have to use the Periscope version that will be recorded. Thank you. Continuing on, however.
So was that some projection going on there? Was that some blame going on there?
No. I am also blaming myself. I'm just bringing to light that everybody else is also in this boat.
Blame the algorithm.
Reality check, people. You can't say the stuff iDubbbz says in places where people will introduce you to the real world. Okay?
You look like you belong in the real world right now. Look at his eyes.
I felt like, because those things are often true. But what he does is just racism. Even people say, "Oh, he says it."
What you just said about
you're saying the hard R,
black
dude.
communities.
You're saying the hard R, dude.
Slaves, black slaves. Okay, that's what people said to Martin Luther King. People who shot Martin Luther King. That's what people said to Malcolm X. People who shot Malcolm X. That's what people said when they were
the person who shot
wrapping ropes around black people and hanging them. And you're just going to drop it like it's some kind of punchline. Really. iDubbbz is a disgrace. He put so little effort into his video. A lot of times, he's just standing around talking to somebody. And you guys are like, oh, he's actually funny. No, he's actually just an idiot that stands around and says whatever ignorant thing he can say. And that's supposed to be comedy. Really. iDubbbz, because I to be super into Leafy. And eventually you get bored of iDubbbz. iDubbbz is worse. Leafy doesn't outright stupidity. Really. I should feel more insulted than I do. To act like I don't put any effort into my video. Have you watched my 18-year-old maid who doesn't know how to video edit? I don't get it. I don't understand why people would automatically, mindlessly flock to iDubbbz just because he seems like he's an alpha. He's the edge king of edge.
So to summarise, because we're getting a bit tired of Anisi on here, by the end of the video he claims that there was never any white genocides or holocausts in history. Basically saying that there's never been any white
Holocaust denial.
No, not Holocaust denial directly, but I suppose a lot of Jews were white.
Of course they were white.
So yeah.
What?
Yeah, and never mind like the whole African like
Jews,
apartheid and shit, and fucking white people getting killed over there. But that's a whole nother story.
Have you seen video?
He then goes on to say, if you're subscribed to both me and iDubbbz, fucking choose. Because I don't want you subscribed to me, basically. You're fucking the type of idiot who subscribes to fucking iDubbbz. And if you're thinking of making a content cop on me, don't. Just use that fist.
Because that's going to
endear how it should be and punch fuck out your face.
That's going to endear people to you, isn't it?
He trolling. He be trolling, mate. He real life troll. So.
Well, we're sitting watching his video.
A little too much. Should have just put the rant on.
But to me, I can't be bothered with all this drama. All these YouTubers just having a go at one another. Like, what's the point?
Wow.
It's not that's your idea of content.
I think it's more just.
You know what I mean?
How ironic that you're having a go at them.
Exactly.
All that's missing is the fucking modded CS:GO in front of it.
If it was me, I would just.
Goddamn.
If it was me, I'd just sideswipe these folk. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth the energy.
Sideswipe. Listen, this is my whole point. Was as we were talking about earlier. We're operating under the universal unfair use policy, where we don't need to adhere to these parameters that these guys have unfortunately trapped themselves in, and have lost the fucking ability to rise to the occasion. Anisian says he may rise to the occasion. Fucking TJ for the amazing atheist for the drunken peasant says he's going to rise to the occasion. Markiplier's in the middle of greeting and fucking saying he feels lost and doesn't know what the fuck to do with himself. You know, these are the biggest ones, and if they're going to fall, all the more room for us.
But I don't judge it. I don't judge us or myself by these people's narrow fucking parameters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. That is my exact point. We were free of those parameters.
These people just can't see.
Which is a lucky and privileged perspective to come from, because a lot of these guys started making videos on YouTube just for the fuck of it. And for free, and weren't getting monetized at it. And arguably that's when their content was at its most raw and at its most transformative and at its most fucking real. Whereas now, having become reliant upon it as a job, has created has turned it into a job for them, has turned it into work, which a lot of people can't fucking handle. So
yeah, but then you've got your I'm Alex and your Leafy, the people that think they're the Leafy of VidMe that have watched all these people getting big and thought, oh, that's me, I want to be them. You know,
you're always going to get that though. How many fucking clones did you have of the Beatles? How many clones did you have of fucking Nirvana? How many clones did you have of fucking every rapper in the past 10 years? Just been like a year or two, sorry, just been mumbling their arse off.
Yeah, but for the people that have lasted, have been the people that haven't really reflected anybody else, you know, that haven't tried to be a version of somebody else. They've just cut their own fucking cloth.
Yes, you know what I mean? As we do on the FAWK Chronicles every week. Same dank time, same dank channel.
You heard it.
Periscopes,
you know it.
316 Perinoscopes. Every Sunday at 7:30. 7 to what time did we kick off? 7 p.m. GMT.
7ish.
And sometimes in the Friday mornings at a to be established time. And if Tech's still with us, still
I think
breathing.
he's listening. He's like anime porn music over there.
I think he's just drifted off into the quantum realm of sleep. That's roughly we're going to leave it this week, folks. Bit of a unstable episode. We had some resistance from the solar flares.
We returned to some kind of
planet. We'll return some kind of normality on Friday. In the meantime, we're going to go record some bonus content, hopefully after a short interval. And if we remember, I hit the record button.
Yeah.
So go ahead and
hit that record button.
Cast another actor as that like button. Help me out here, guys. No.
Sorry, was there supposed to be a little more there? Oh, missed that.
Onision rant, scandal drama,
rant at that,
like that subscribe button.
Sorry, my brain had melted out my nose about half an hour ago, I think.
Click that follow button actually, because now you're on VidMe instead of YouTube's. So
fuck yeah!
Click that follow button.
Follow.
Subscribe, follow, and all that.
Yeah,
good sweet shit.
Do that thing. Do both of those things.
Thanks to everyone who joined us on Perinoscopes, and hit the heart. We feel you in the hearts, all the feels. Until next time, this has been the FAWK Chronicles. Captain Privilege, Dr. Darkside, Grandmaster Tech, signing off, closing communications, and ending hailing frequencies. For fuck's sake.
Kill it.